Jafar has taken control of Archazia's island, and it's up to us to defend it and take it back for our own. What up? It's your girl ZBexx, and today I'm going to go over everything that you'll find in the Illumineer's Quest Palace Heist. This is the second single-player or multiplayer game that we've received for Disney Lorcana that is a standalone product, and I am so thankful that Ravensburger sent me this gifted product so that I could showcase it with you and teach you how to play. If you're new to the channel, make sure to check out the channel sponsors in the link below. I've got Ultimate Guard supplying me with the best and cutest colored supplies in the world, which fit perfectly on Disney Lorcana cards. Cool Stuff Inc., where you can order Lorcana singles and sealed product with the code ZBexx for 5% off. And my family's local game store, Addictive Behaviors. Now let's get into the Palace Heist. Lucky for you, if you're watching this live on my Twitch stream, we just had a tiny hand redemption. So we're gonna find out everything that's in the Palace Heist with our tiny hands. Now this is one of the coolest upgrades. The playmat or game board for the Palace Heist is made of actually really nice and thick cardstock, where the first one was just a paper mat. All right, so in the Jafar pack, we have a couple of different battlegrounds, items, and cards for the Jafar deck, along with 3 deck boxes, 1 for the Jafar deck and 2 for each of the player decks. Here we have what I believe is the Jafar deck here. It looks pretty deadly and has lots of the Jafar themed things. And then these should be the 2 different player decks. Oh, I love the hollow foil on this Pinocchio, strings attached, and of course you can use this in your regular gameplay. This is in comparison to a regular version that you can get from the booster pack. So shiny. And of course, we also get a special version of the dual ink Elsa with that same beautiful foiling. We've got Goofy, groundbreaking chef, and Bolt, amber steel. Check out the comparison of a pack Goofy to the one that you get in the Palace Heist. They both have the legendary embossing where it kind of pops out of the card, but the foiling on this one. And then lastly, we have a nice little baggie of the counters. You've got some damage counters along with some other pieces, which we'll get into in the gameplay. Of course, to help the longevity of this product last, we're going to be using some sleeves to permanently house our decks. I'm going to put Jafar's deck in these yellow Cortex sleeves, and the 2 player decks in my favorite purple katana sleeves. There's a few key differences from playing a normal game of Lorcana when you're playing the Illumineer's Quest Palace Heist. Jafar needs 40 lore in order to win. And when he gets to 40 lore, he'll automatically steal the crown to win the game. So part of how you win is to have 20 lore and have stolen the crown. In order to steal the crown, Jafar cannot have any locations in play, and you just exert a character in order to take that item, the crown. There are some different locations that Jafar has in this game. They're called obstacles. They don't allow him to move characters there, but they still can gain him lore and have abilities on them that you'll have to deal with. And Jafar, if you're ever curious about the cards in his deck, whether they're referring to you and your, Jafar's cards all refer to him using his proper name, Jafar, or his pronouns. And Another thing about Jafar's deck is when he gets to 20 lore, there is some additional advantages, some additional cards that he gets to draw depending on the number of players that are playing the game. For a solo player game, he starts off drawing 2 cards, and when he gets to 20, he'll draw an additional card, making it a total of 3. So that's something to be aware of. And Jafar always goes first. What a villain. The last thing that actually is going to help you defeat Jafar is the battleground. So there are 4 different levels of difficulties that you can choose to play the game in: easy, normal, difficult, or extreme. And you'll find that Jafar does get a benefit from the battleground, but so do the Illumineers. And each Illumineer can use each ability on the battleground once per turn. To use an ability, you're going to pay lore in order to use it. So for this one that says pay 2, ready chosen character, they can't quest for the rest of the turn, I would need to have at least 2 lore in order to be able to take it down to use that ability. And that's it. Everything else plays like a normal game of Lorcana. You start with the same number of cards in your opening hand. You go ahead and alter your hand. But Jafar, he doesn't deign for that. He just starts with his deck as is. And there is a playthrough of Jafar's turn, but it's easy to find right on the back and follow. And you're going to get an example of gameplay right now.
And now, our feature presentation.
All right, we're playing on normal. So Jafar gets to start with his ink moat in play, which is a 0-cost obstacle that has 5 willpower. He also gets to start with the crown. He gets to go first. And I'm going to be putting all of Jafar's cards on this side of the board. And I'm going to be putting all of my cards over here. And because it's just a single player game, he's going to draw 2 cards. So for Jafar's turn, he gets to ready, set. He's going to gain 2 lore, going up to 2. And now I'll resolve the row. He doesn't have any cards in play, and also to conserve space, I'm going to put this over here on top of him. We all know who he is. And he gets to draw 2 cards. Now, one at a time, we're going to resolve these. The first one is a 3-cost obstacle. If he can't play it, it goes into his inkwell face down. His other card is Treasure Guardian, which costs 2. He can't play it. It's going face down into his inkwell. Now that his hand is empty, it goes immediately to the Illumineer's turn. And if there were multiple players, you would all take your turn at the same time so that you can get the benefit off of characters with support or other cards that you might draw. I don't have a 1-drop play with this hand that I altered, but I'll go ahead and put the Atlantean crystal into my inkwell face down, but it's Jafar's turn. So ready, set. He's going to gain 2 lore from the reforged crown and resolve the row. He has nothing to do, so we'll go ahead and draw his cards. He's probably going to be able to play something this time. Well, not yet. A 6-cost obstacle will go into his inkwell. Ooh, and a 0-cost item, the mechanical snake. When this enters, he steals the reforged crown if I had taken it from him, but I hadn't. So that's his turn. I'm going to put Sven into my inkwell. And I still don't have a ton that's relevant. My characters all cost 3 or greater. So I'm just going to have to pass it back to Jafar. Now we're going to ready, set, and resolve the row. We finally get to do this. He's going to gain 2 lore going up to 6. Resolving the row is next. So whenever you resolve the row, if you have a character, they quest. If you have an item, you exert it and use its ability. If you have a reckless character, they challenge. So he's going to do all of his stuff before drawing. So the mechanical snake, he's going to banish this item to gain 2 lore. He's up to 8 already, my goodness. Now we go to his draw step to then reveal. Ooh, 7. Dodged a bullet on that one into the inkwell. And 3. Sudden power. Jafar gains 2 lore, then puts this card into his inkwell face down. Does not say exerted. It's nasty. Jafar is up to 10 lore. Ooh, I need to get a character on board real soon so I can start using my battleground abilities. My turn. Oh, King Candy, where were you forever ago? At this point, I'm just going to put King Candy into my inkwell because I need to start playing some characters. I've got, for 3, Sir Pelennor even. When this character quests, my other characters gain support this turn, so I'll be able to add their strength to another. I still have no lore. Jafar's turn. He's got the crown. He's going to gain 2 lore. He has 5 cards in his inkwell already. I've only got 3. Jeez, he's sure ramping up fast. He has nothing in his row to resolve, so we will draw his 2 cards. This Treasure Guardian. Illumineers can't use battleground abilities. Well, I don't have any lore to currently anyway. And a Tiger Behemoth will go into his inkwell because it costs more than he has the ability to pay. And he can't challenge because that would happen before his draw, so it's my turn. I'm going to ready, set, draw. All right, I'm going to put ice spikes into my inkwell. It only affects items except for when it enters play, so I think I could do something better. Now, with 4 ink, I really need lore. So I'm going to play Ben, a 4/3 with support who can quest for 2, and that's it for my turn. Fam, I feel like I'm looking really in trouble. Right, so Jafar is going to ready, set, draw. He's gaining 2 lore. We're going to resolve the row, which means he's going to quest for 1, going up to 15 lore. Then we draw his 2 cards for the turn. We've got Jasmine for 4. Whenever this character quests, Jafar draws a card. And Aladdin can't be played, goes into the inkwell. My turn. I'm going to put Sapphire Coil into my inkwell. With 5 ink, I'm going to use it to play Sisu in her element, a 3/6 with Challenger 2. I gotta get rid of some of Jafar's characters. So let's use Ben to quest up to 2. Maybe I'll be able to use one of those abilities next turn. I'll give support to Sir Pelennor. So it gets +4 strength. And then with that 5 strength, I'll challenge the exerted Treasure Guardian, taking 3 points of damage, but getting rid of that character on Jafar's side. Nice. I wish I could take care of that location. I need 2 more lore in order to be able to use the -4 deal 5 damage to it in order to take the crown, which will definitely help me tip the scales in my favor. Until then, it's Jafar's turn. So we're going to ready, set, getting 2 lore for Jafar, and resolve the row. Jasmine is going to quest for 1 up to 18 and draw him a card. He's also going to draw 2 cards for his turn. And now we have to reveal all of the cards in his hand. Iago. Woo! Good thing we hadn't stolen it yet. Oh, that's a different Iago. There is an Iago in here that steals the crown back. This one enters play exerted, and while it's exerted, Jafar's locations can't be challenged. Well, dealing damage isn't challenging, so we're okay with that. And that'll use 4. Next, disastrous sandstorm. We dodged the action bullet there. This is going to go into his inkwell. And he does have enough to play an obstacle, the Royal Armory. 6 willpower. It gives him 1 lore at the start of his turn, and damage dealt to this location is reduced by 1 with resist 1. So now I have more locations to take care of, and I want to take care of the locations. Okay, my turn, Jafar. Get out of here. I've got some work to do. Since Jafar's not showing a ton of evasive right now, and I have a couple of evasive cards in my hand, I'm going to put Ryder into my inkwell. Then I'm going to use Sisu to challenge Iago with Challenger +2. I'm going to deal enough to banish Iago, and Iago is going to return 4 damage to Sisu. Sisu has 4 damage marked on her. Now that Iago's gone, I can challenge locations. Let's go ahead and use Ben to quest for 2, taking us up to 4. Now, Sir Pellinor will get the support to have 5. I'm going to use Sir Pellinor to challenge the ink moat, banishing it. So now Jafar only has 1 location left. And I'm going to use the Battleground ability, paying 4 lore, putting me back down to 0 in order to deal 5 damage to the Royal Armory with resist 1. It'll be 4. So Royal Armory also has 4 damage marked on it. Since I need more lore, let's play for 5 Ludwig von Drake, 4/4, who can quest for 3. And pass to Jafar. Jafar is going to ready, set, gain 3 lore. Oh dear, he's past 20 lore. That means on his draw, he's now going to get to draw 3 cards. So it is. We're going to resolve the row. Jasmine will quest for 1. We'll draw a card. Jeez Louise. Then we're going to draw. He gets 3 cards now. All right. For 2, another location. Another Royal Armory. Wow. For 4, another location. Endless Staircase. It costs 9 to defeat it and gets 1 lore. Whenever Jafar plays this location, he deals 3 damage to the character with the highest cost each Illumineer has in play. Oh. If there's a tie, the Illumineers choose from the tied characters. So Sisu is able to deal 5 damage, and Ludwig von Drake only deals 4. I could get support. Since Sisu already has damage marked on her, I'm going to let her take the 3 damage and be banished. Bye, Sisu. I miss you. Brutal. And there's still more cards to resolve before Jafar's turn is over. He has exactly 6 lore left in order to play the Cataclysmic Cyclone. Each Illumineer chooses one of their characters, items, or locations. Then Jafar banishes all other opposing characters, items, and locations. Oof. Oof. Okay, well, I guess I guess I'll keep Ludwig von Drake. Yikes. And Jafar still has one card left. It'll probably go into his Inkwell unless there's a 0 cost. Yeah, Palace Guard goes into the Inkwell. I do like that this game gives an advanced player like me enough challenges to want to try it again already. I'm already like, let's go, next game. I feel like I'm already at the disadvantage. And that you can build your own decks in order to better face off Jafar with what cards you have in your collection. Or, you know, just stick to one of the 2 starter decks. For 4, I'm going to play Bruni. Evasive, when this character is banished, you may draw a card, quest for 2. And for 3, I'm going to play They Never Come Back. Pinocchio is going to tell Jafar that up to 2 chosen characters can't ready at the start of their next turn. It only hits 1, but I do get a draw card. Drawing the extra card with Jasmine is so good. I'm going to have Ludwig von Drake challenge Jasmine. So Ludwig is going to take 2 damage and Jasmine will take 4. And that's it. Jafar, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Resolve the row. Oh, she can't. Ready at the start of her turn. So thanks to my They Never Come Back, Jasmine is still exerted. Let's go on to Jafar's draw with 3 cards. For 5, Abu is a 6/6 that quests for 2 lore. Thanks. For 3, he's got 1 left. Palace Guard. When he plays this character, he steals the crown. He's had it the whole game, all right? And Iago also steals the crown, but will go into his Inkwell. My turn. Here's what we're going to do. For 2, I'm going to play Honey Marin. When I play this character, if an opponent has an exerted character, I gain a lore. I'm back on the board, everybody. Then, for 4, I'm going to play Anna. Whenever you play this character, chosen opposing character can't ready at the start of the next turn. I'm going to choose Jasmine. And then for 1, I'm going to play Olaf. Whenever I play this character, chosen opposing character gets -1 strength this turn. I'll choose Abu because that 2 extra lore is just too good. So strong. I'm going to quest for 3, going up to 4. I now finally have enough lore again that I can use my battleground. I'm going to ready chosen character. Ludwig van Drake can't quest for the rest of the turn. But I can use him to challenge. And that's what we're going to do. He's going to challenge Abu. And get banished. Put 4 on Abu. And then, Bruni, I'm sending you to the wind. You're going to finish off challenging Abu to get him out of here. And when you get banished, I get to draw a card. And that is my turn. All right, Jafar, you're going to finish it out. Jasmine can't ready. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Lore going up to 32. Palace Guard is going to take it up to 33. You draw 3 cards because you're so powerful. Resolving the Row. Mechanical Snake would have stolen the crown. You already have it. It's free. Crystal Gate. A 6-cost obstacle with ward. Can only be challenged. And it takes 10 to get rid of. You can see, if you want to win, you need to take the crown early. But there were so many obstacles early on. I just couldn't deal with it. He's got 4 left. Please be higher than 4. Oh, nice. 5, Genie, into the inkwell. Get out of here. This is my last chance to do anything here before Jafar is just going to take it next turn. I need to get rid of some of his ability to gain lore. I can't steal the crown because he has way too many locations and he needs to have 0 in order for me to steal it. I'm going to dig. I'm going to play Water Has Memory and look at the top 4 cards of chosen player's deck. Put one of them on top of their deck. Yeah, none of these are going to do anything. The rest on the bottom. What else do I got? I'll put Heads Held High into my inkwell because I drew that card right after I already got rid of all of my damaged characters. I'll use my 7 ink to play Anna Mystical Majesty. When I play this character, I exert all opposing characters. They were already exerted. And then I cry because Jafar is going to go to his turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to go up to 39 and then quest with Jasmine for the win. And that's how you play the Palace Heist. All right, Fab Fam, you're going to have to let me know in the comments if you want to see another video with one of the other modes. Do you want to see easy, normal again, difficult, extreme? Let me know and make sure you slam that subscribe button so you can tune into my other Lorcana videos. Remember, you are fabulous.